Here we have a diagram of the ear. So right here, the large pink part is the pinna, which is the outer ear, which is the lobe. So it's sort of what we can see on the outside. Then we got the auditory canal, which is this pink thing right here. And this channel surrounding sound waves to the eardrum, which is right here, that black dot. And the eardrum vibrates whenever a sound wave hits it. And it's made up of like a thin membrane. The vibrations then travel to the hammer, which is a really small bone that passes vibrations from the eardrum to the anvil, which is that next green little bone. And then that passes vibrations to the stirrup, which is that even smaller bone right there. It's actually the smallest bone in the body, which then passes the vibrations to the cochlea, which is this kind of spiral thing right here. It's filled with fluid, which is the basilar membrane, and it's lined with hair cells, which are called like cilia, which is super fine hair. So that's sort of what those dots represent right there. And the cilia moves from the vibrations that are sent throughout the ear, and they cause a nerve impulse to form. This nerve impulse is then sent by the auditory nerve to the, like right here, to the temporal lobe. And then right here we've got the semicircular canal, which are attached to cochlea, and they sort of help with balance. And then we've got the sorry, this one's kind of hard to pronounce. Eustachian tube. I'm not 100% sure how that's right. It just connects the middle ear to the back of the nose. Kind of equalizes pressure between the ear and the outside. So when you like pop your ears when you're changing altitude, you can kind of feel that pop. There's sort of a diagram like of the brain, and so that really light orange dot right there is the auditory cortex, and then the big green blob kind of next to it is the temporal lobe. And so as I said before, that kind of like green, purple Play-Doh representing the auditory nerve sends the nerve impulse to the temporal lobe. The auditory cortex is helped out by the thalamus, which is right here in yellow. So the thalamus receives sensory input, and then it can route it into the auditory cortex. So it like receives that sound and then routes it to the auditory cortex, which is located in the temporal lobe. So it should actually be like on top of that green, but I wanted to show it separately, which receives signals pertaining to like pitch and volume in sound.